Is it in preview mode?
Yes.
Okay. I don't. Okay, there we go. Oh, what?
Now the fun of trying to figure out what to do next. Ugh.
Well, I gotta find more hard drives so we can find that recipe we want. And then, because once I find it, then you can make cool stuff, nuclear stuff.
Juneberry blue. Wow, it's all the flavors of Red Bull that I drink.
No, Stream Deck. Why aren't you working, Stream Deck?
Because it's not a Steam Deck.
I think that's beside the point.
Just gonna go straight into the game this way.
I'm gonna have to re-add it.
Yeah, the game.
No, re-add the Stream Deck stuff.
Yeah.
The action, it takes all of 2 minutes. All of 2 seconds. Now it's taking forever. What gives?
The game.
And let's see here.
What is the problem?
My Stream Deck isn't working.
We should check on power.
Do.
Okay, I guess I'm doing it manually then. There. Now we're live. For reals. We're live. Oh.
Something's in thing.
Why do I have a blur effect in my camera?
I don't know. Are you trying to go? Maybe it's a fingerprint?
Right, thinking there might be that, but I didn't clear it up.
Autofocus is out of focus.
Oh, there we go. Okay. So, do I have more hard drives? Yes, I do. I have 3 more hard drives. So hopefully one of these is going to be what we're looking for.
You started hard drive right as I was about to do one of the Christmas things.
That's too bad. I'm sorry.
I want to finish up the fake Smith bullshit
Before we can no longer do it.
before it is inoperable.
Oh, I just checked the recipe list. We did get the recipe at some point.
Which recipe?
The recipe to use non-fissile uranium and aluminum casing to create encased plutonium cells.
I only see the standard recipe.
No, I'm looking at it. I see it right in front of me. Alternate recipe 1 for encased plutonium cell.
Okay, let me do this. Parts.
Okay, so
Scrolly. Encased plutonium cell. Huh.
I mean, that really skips a step or 3.
Yeah, that skips, I think, a couple of steps. We still have to. Oh wait, no, we were talking about the one to make non-fissile uranium, the step that leads to the plutonium cells. Eddie.
There's an alt recipe for that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Open codex. We only have the base one for the non-fissile uranium, which I think last stream we were trying to get the alternate for that one, which is where some of the confusion is arising.
Understood. Then I guess we'll need to do that.
Yeah.
Let me see. What was one note and see what's next on the to-do list for me.
One note.
Yeah. I keep this all in a one note.
Oh, right.
Keep track of what to do next. Oh yeah, thermal propulsion rocket is my next recipe.
Yeah. A check on the system to see.
That takes modular engines, turbo motors, cooling systems, and fused modular frames.
Turbo motors.
That's
The
a lot of
bane
shit.
of everybody's existence.
We're making them pretty regularly now. I don't remember where.
Okay.
Why are you using...
Oh wow, you've run out of powdered copper already? What?
I mean, is you're producing enough powdered copper for the machine?
More like I took everything that I could from where I was storing it because just to dump it into a thing, and it ate all of it. I'm not sure if Eddie's done continual things about it, but
What?
like keeping, like running this without us playing kind of thing.
Running what?
This, like
The
this
The
world.
instance of this particular...
Oh, no, I have not.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. Ugh. I feel like we need to find an alternate recipe for powdered copper now.
If one exists, yeah.
Yeah, if one exists, because unless we're willing to start doing like, God, what's it?
I mean, I have an entire thing of powdered copper over here. That I said something about last stream.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah. PX was creating a shit ton of that. So, we have it.
I'm standing right on top of it.
There you go.
Okay.
We have the technology. We can rebuild.
It's right at the lake.
Okay.
I need... You know what I'm going to do? I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to build a reservoir of batteries. Because the battery making capacity we have now is not enough, and I'm going to do something. I'm going to create a flight line. Its only purpose is to deliver batteries where they're needed.
Do you mind if I set up a drone port for that copper MPX?
No, go ahead.
Okay. So I can't think of a good logistic way to get it over here other than, you know what? Fuck it, drone. Okay. Speaking of things that we tried, me and MPX went to rallies.
Oh, how was that?
And they had an interesting burger that weirded us out.
Okay,
Well,
I'm
it
listening.
weirded us out simply because, okay, their typical standard burger, it's about like $8 because, you know, inflation and everything.
Hmm.
Except they had a special burger. That's the only real difference was the difference of cheese. And it was like $5. Same
The
burgers,
$10 if you got the
same
combo meal.
beans.
Yeah.
It just struck me as strange because it's like, this is a good deal. Ow.
Why wouldn't you get it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was one of those weird situations where it's like we bought it and we were like, "Oh, this is nice," and then it's quite literally.
Literally.
We basically just got we got it and it was like way cheaper than we've ever had in the past couple of years for
Fast food.
fast food. These batteries, these are batteries. I can split this.
Okay, where is the... Oh,
Yeah, I do have a battery box.
Well, there is just well, I'm already stealing it for other things, but I can actually yoink it.
I feel like I asked this question before and I forgot what the answer was, but are we not stockpiling crystal oscillators?
We're using them.
So we don't have one that's just a stockpile of them.
Yeah, well, that's because like we're just basically using them anywhere we can.
Right. Well, that's no good.
Oh, why?
I guess I'm gonna have to make a crystal oscillator creators. There's not enough. That's why.
Oh, I can make a drone. I just need a keen miner, which I think I know where I can grab one.
okay. Pure aluminum ingot, diluted fuel, and trigger motor.
Remember, we had that glitch last time too, so...
Well, okay. Well, the pure aluminum ingot essentially skips processing it.
Mhm.
Yeah, but it's also less of it, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, that's not worth it. We already have the system in place.
Well, sometimes there is functionality in that. The motor is just simply make more motors with crystal oscillators and 3 times as much, well, 1.5 times as much other materials you would use in motors. Diluted packaged fuel is probably the best recipe here.
I don't disagree.
I mean, it can get pretty funny. Anyway, don't put in the new one until
Give me a moment.
Asher completes his specialty stuff.
Yeah, it's just one thing that I have to do, so...
It's only going to take 3 seconds, so...
Yeah. Admittedly, it's going to take more than that to get to grab the things and then shove them into the MAM. So... Okay, it was... Did I have them on hand already, or... Crap, where the... Okay, why are they not in the... Okay, just shove a... thing in the box. Yeah.
You weren't ready.
Apparently, I thought I stored away the materials, and no, they aren't even there. So,
Yeah. Next hard drive is a go.
okay.
I'm not finding what I'm looking for, so you might need to make a crystal oscillator. Gotcha. Let me edit my list of to-dos, because otherwise I'm going to forget everything. Okay. So... crystal... And I need radar towers. And I'm going to build a battery factory. Finally, battery flight line. Okay, I have my goals. Okay. Crystal oscillators. You only have the one recipe?
For crystal oscillators, I think we skipped over a couple.
I think we did, yeah, because I remember in a solo game there being another recipe for that.
Yeah, there's multiple recipes for crystal oscillators, so
Either we deemed the ones we got just ugh, or they weren't good for good recipes.
Guess so.
Okay. Okay. Let's
Hopefully in
see
the next
here.
few minutes we'll get a decent one. Let's do this instead. One radar tower.
oh right. Do you still need more rubber?
Right.
Let me see. It looked like, because I just walked by it a bit ago. It looked like we hit a decent stash, but let me see. We seem to be having a good amount of rubber coming in after all, so we might be okay.
Okay, now I'm going to go to where MPX is stashing his copper and ganking all of it to be used in the spaghetti.
Gosh, are you stockpiling a wire somewhere?
Maybe?
Our first stockpile of wire, I think we converted to something else, so I don't see wire there anymore.
Yeah, it got converted over to being used for the aluminum chicanery.
Right. No, we're not stockpiling it. You have a bunch being made here, but you're not stockpiling it. You're just bringing it directly to the machine.
Which machine are you talking about?
Oh, this is a quick wire, not normal. Wow, never mind.
Yeah, if you know where you've got your cables and such? Not cables, the like AI limiters and high-speed connectors.
Right.
If you go a little bit north and east, there should be like a thing that makes cables and wires.
Okay, let me see. Oh, I think I remember this. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm there. Excellent. Yes.
Okay.
You.
Wait, you were looking at cables, Eddie.
Yeah, I decided to stock up on cables while I was here. So.
Okay.
Okay, now I can go explore. I need to go find where I'm going to place the flight line.
Okay. And just to make sure, MPX, you said it was the lake, not the oil refinery?
Yeah, it's the lake. It's you see, once you crest the ridge and like on your right, there's a row of storage.
Let me get back to the lake, I think. I went a little bit too far because I was like, oh, I need to go grab. Wait, no, this is not the right one. Okay. The row of storage over. Okay, lake. Here we go. Row of storage with bins feeding into bins, feeding into bins.
Yeah.
Okay. That's a lot of copper. All right. Okay. So I need to pop out this one, but let's make our combo. What the? Oh, it took a. Yeah. Forgot the drone took one radio control port control unit. Tube, get me in the tube! I hate that glitch. It is garbage.
Garbage.
Joe. MPX will understand this joke.
Well, yes.
Gimme.
So, any information about that rubber stuff?
Oh yeah, we have plenty.
Okay.
Okay. Well. Oh, there we go. Aha. Ooh.
Purple slug. Yum, yum, yum.
Okay.
Okay, pure quartz crystal, electrolyte scrap, and coated iron plates. Those are the three that don't really
Sec-
matter.
Second or third one might be useful. Second one, I feel like I might be able to get use out of.
Okay.
I have one less hard drive. Are you okay with that, Asher?
Go ahead. I apparently missing a lot of things, so. Okay. So I should be able to just. Do I have to put the drone on the requester or on the on the supply?
Just
port?
on one of them, I think.
One of
Okay.
them, but the one that has batteries is what is the real answer to your question.
Okay. Then I put the drone with battery supply on.
At least to start it off with, I guess.
Yeah.
You could always just force feed some batteries in if you're on the remote one, I guess. Because how many drones can essentially go to the same port?
There's that explorer just sitting here.
So I haven't figured out the answer to that question yet. Every time I've tried to assign more than one drone to a port, it breaks, and I
Why
haven't.
did you put it here?
Because I couldn't put it next to the fucking containers.
Yeah, but it's halfway into this rock here.
And the tree's sticking out of the drone port, supply port, if you notice.
It ain't pretty, but it works, right?
Okay, this port. Tomates. See if this works. And yes, I named it Copper Sauce and Copper Tomates. Why? Because we're making spaghetti with it.
The worst name.
Oop, here we go.
No, we still haven't gotten any of the alternate iron.
Alternate what?
Alternate ironing. It's like the pure iron using the foundries.
Okay, transfer is working.
Found a new hard drive, so we're still gonna get one more
Yay.
chance.
So, any games coming out recently that's on your radar, Zeddy? Other than, like, well, the big one.
Well, yeah, the big one. That's it. That's all I got. It's all the room I have in my heart right now. Rebirth will be the only one that gets my attention in the next couple months. There ain't no time for anything else. I'm not even sure what's coming out besides that game in the next couple months.
Admittedly, I had a couple of games on my radar. One of which is on the 19th. But there's no special edition, and I'm pretty sure I can pick it up later anyway. Which is another code. That's a remake of a DS game.
Isn't
And its sequel.
Persona 3 Reload supposed to come out soon?
Yes.
That might be one to pick up at some point. Or no.
I think that's late February, though. Like, the 27th. Kind of late February. There we go.
Excuse me.
Confused.
But considering that I think Rebirth is what, early February? And Reload is like late February?
Vice versa.
Vice versa, really?
Rebirth comes out later in February.
Okay. Compacted steel ingot. Technically, would be faster and better, because I think the regular recipe. Yeah. Well, the standard recipe is 15 times 15 to make 20. Yeah, I think the best one here is compacted steel ingot. Because the other one is alcad casing, which is just making aluminum casings by
Directly from
using
ingots.
copper and aluminum ingots. So,
Ew.
and turbo heavy fuel. Compacted coal and heavy oil residue to make turbo fuel.
Let me see.
That the heavy fuel doesn't sound too bad, but I don't see a reason for it. So, I'd probably have to go with the ingots one. It sounds
Oh, wait, it uses compacted coal, so that's the one downside.
yeah. Oh, for the ingots as well.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I think the casing's the one to go with in this one.
Really?
Or the
Don't
other
have a
two? Yeah, I think so.
Well, I feel like the turbo heavy fuel can be done because you can make compacted coal. Well,
once
technically.
again, it's like it. Two things require compacted coal, and one thing just copper and aluminum ingots,
Yeah.
which
For
don't.
turbo fuel, we already have a good alternate recipe in the blender.
Yeah.
If we wanted turbo fuel production, so
Hmm.
Okay, so alcad casing.
I think so.
Okay.
And then I got the one hard drive. Let's see what it does.
Okay. Let's see how things are progressing. I'll check out engine. Okay. Our oh wow, we are actually full up on cooling. We have maxed out cooling systems,
Yay!
or at least a small container full of them.
Yay! I'll take that victory.
Okay. And I still need a good source of aluminum casings for the fused modular frames.
Look at that, we just got a brand new recipe for making a ton of
Fused modular frames?
no, the
but
casing.
the
Oh, okay.
casings.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's a good recipe for what you have.
I'm doing a bottle delivery for the nitrogen. What are we doing with the... Okay, MPX, I know that, like, the iron deposits that you're kind of, no offense, squatting on.
Well, first of all, if you haven't noticed, they're all bad.
They're on pure.
Yes. And the reason why I haven't done anything with them is because I've been busy with everything else. Otherwise, I would have change them up so I would have optimized the thing. So maybe I would actually have, a proper heavy modular frame factory versus something just hand-fed.
Yeah.
Then again, right now I'm sort of waiting on hopefully getting the pure iron ingots that uses the foundries. So I can start making use of that. Because I've taken a bunch of also impure iron ingot, iron
Mhm.
ore veins, and have at least moved a conveyor belt system to the lake. So
Ah.
as soon as that pops up, I'm probably going to be building something like that.
Mhm.
Then, because the lake happens to have so much coal, probably start making them all into steel. For various things. Alright.
I hate this glitch. It's the one where you jump into a hypertube and then you're not in the tube, you're kind of rubbing your face along the outside.
Gross.
Usually I get that glitch when I'm in the previous hypertube I was in.
It just happens at random for me, but like as of this entire session, it's like every time I try and enter a hypertube, it's like, nope, you're basically being dragged along the hypertube. Ugh.
I need to go back for a bunch of steel. Got some trains to make. Want to know what I did for the first time in my solo game? I befriended a doggo.
Yay! Did you drop him a berry?
Yes.
Good.
It was my first success at it. Quite proud.
It's really quite simple when you look at it, but yeah, it can be annoying to it's like drop a singular berry. Oh, I see Eddie's now finally in the red forest.
Where I belong.
Yeah, with all the irradiated spiders, the like supercharged chargers.
I was here. Wasn't I here last week?
Maybe. Well,
Maybe.
considering you've been scouring places for batteries, it's probably one of the better ones. But
Yeah, it's actually one of the best ones because I think it's got the highest concentration of downed areas, but it's also full of the most nastiest bullshit ever. Okay, so where can I grab...
hate that I can't look at my build menu when I'm in the tube. Oh no, 3% of our frames dropped.
3 frames!
3%.
I'd be worried if it was just continuing to drop. But
It is not. I'm gonna need a couple of extra frames. I need some heavy miners.
oh, ma'am, search. Ma'am, B search.
Charcoal, steel containers, and crystal beacons.
Ugh.
Well,
Do we
yeah,
want to
that-
try to see if we can make the glitch happen?
Yeah, let's try and see if we can make the glitch happen.
yeah. How do we do? What was it that
Okay,
we
I
did
just
last time?
exited out. I just got a hard drive in my inventory. Let me see if that works now.
Yeah.
Okay, rescanning hard drive.
Okay,
Cool! Now for something better.
we finally used our superpower for good.
Because none of those sounded good.
Well, not immediately or particularly useful.
I mean, like crystal beacons, it's like that that sounds like it uses crystal oscillators.
Yes. But it's beacons. Like, only
Yeah,
if we happen to
like-
have something that also uses beacons would it become useful.
There's one thing that does, and it's not useful enough.
Which is
The electromagnetic rods.
yeah, no, those we have a better recipe already. I mean, when beacons were actually useful in-game as being, like, waypoint markers, those recipes would have been nice because then automated beacons, and then we could place markers where we wanted them, and we could then, like, use them someplace else, essentially. But... I do mean but...
But
it just does not make sense to just make beacons to use just for that.
Those turbo. No, I built the turbo motors. Do I remember where? No.
You have a location for them.
You placed a beacon? Or was that smart?
You placed a waypoint, which is better, but because like our current electromagnetic control rod, like the best recipe we have is stators and high-speed connectors, I believe.
Let me follow the rubber. Maybe that'll take me to where we're crafting turbo motors.
Yes, follow the rubber.
Where the rubber meets the road.
I know I built something for it, but or did you build it? Was it you or me that built it? It was
Built
you that
what?
built it. Turbo motor factory.
I don't think either of us made it.
Not on my list.
I didn't make turbo motors. I was like, that's too much, like, hassle to make. So, I assumed that you did.
Hmm.